All right, welcome back to Boring Reviews. Check out there.
Ready to check in here?
I said check out there, right in here. And we are excited.
I'm checking out, you're checking in.
I know, but you said there, not here. Anyways. And we are ready to check out some...
Dara
O'Briain. Breen.
That's my stomach, sorry.
Breen. And he's talking about that one time Dara told a bad joke. Only one time?
I'm actually excited about this, especially if he was like on stage and it just didn't go well. Not that you ever want anybody to fail, but everybody has those times, and I can only imagine comedians being in front of like a live audience and being like, well, that didn't land.
I would also imagine like the first time you tell a joke, or the first two times you're trying to like feel it out, or maybe like you write a whole new set and you're just, here we go.
And you don't have that confidence yet.
That's where the bravery comes in, because what are you going to do if it's just crickets? Yeah. And now, if you're selling out stadiums, they're probably going to enjoy anything you have to say because they like your brand of comedy. But still, I'm curious if this is like a recording of when he just told a joke that no one likes and he kind of made fun of it, or if he tells a story about a time he told a bad joke. We're going to find out. We're going to react to it. If you like our reaction anyway, please don't forget to
like this video, subscribe to our channel, help us to get to 120,000 subscribers. Please, please, please.
Oh my.
And let's check this out.
That is an astronomical number.
It's 3,000 more than what we have now.
It's a crappy number. Here we go.
Every field of life, technology is moving it on and making it bewildering for us. But the key thing is you've got to go with change. When change occurs, you can't be sitting there resisting it like a fool. You can't be holding on to the past, rooting yourself and going, oh, things were better. Things were better in all fields of life. Immigration, things change. This country gives itself an aneurysm over immigration. You handle multiculturalism better than any society in the world at the moment. You are so good. You give shit back to cultures they never knew they had. There are 1 billion people in India going, what's a Balti exactly? Things change, you can't be holding on to it. Nostalgia is heroin for old people. That's all it is. Going, oh, things were better in the old days. They weren't better. You couldn't turn on a light during the 40s in this country without the Luftwaffe bombing the shit out of it. That's not better. For Christ's sake, just because you were younger and getting laid more often doesn't mean the place was better off, right? Ridiculous notions like that. But stuff changes. Attitudes change, values change. Even as a comedian, you occasionally come across something, you make a joke that, gets you into trouble because the attitudes have changed. I did a joke last year, and this is not a good joke. I have no excuse. It's a terrible joke, right? I'm just offering as Exhibit A. It was about the musical Billy Elliot. And what was the composer's inspiration for the music? The joke was, Elton John, do you think he saw a little of himself in Billy Elliot? I know, it was rubbish. I didn't mean it as an attack on Elton John or as an attack on the gay community. I meant it as yet another joke in the glorious tradition of jokes involving the word in. As in, do you have any Irish in you? Would you like some? But instead we got a letter of complaint from Peter Tatchell and the gay rights campaign group Outrage, who said that I was a disgrace and should never be allowed to work again. And the joke was contributing to a culture of violence against gay men in Britain. Those of you unfamiliar with the work of Outrage, the previous target of one of their campaigns was Robert Mugabe. And now me. And the thing is, your initial reaction when somebody does a complaint like that is to get, to get all tough and go, it's only a joke, for Jesus' sake, relax, right? Swiftly followed by loftier arguments about civil rights and comedy's obligation to say the difficult thing and freedom of speech, which is a fairly lofty point to bring in to back up something as bad as that joke about Billy Elliot, right? You wouldn't go to Strasbourg, to the European Court of Human Rights, with that as your argument. Oh, my lords, my ladies of the court. Elton John, you think he saw a little of himself in Billy Elliot? Try the fish, I'm here all week. Thank you very much. And in fact, if a gay man ever walked up to me and said, do you know what, that's just another joke about how we're supposed to touch kids, and we don't, there's no paedophilia homosexuality relation at all, I'd have no argument with that whatsoever, right? Because frankly, if you don't change your attitudes when you realise you've screwed up, then I might as well just go and play golf with Jim Davidson on a Saturday morning and go, Jesus, Jim, I'm getting awful trouble off the queers at the moment, What seems to be the problem, Dara? They can't take a feckin' joke. They'll take a cock up their arse, but they can't take a joke. That was intended ironically, by the way. And some people think that's very politically correct of me, but then I'm Irish, right? And of all the people who've benefited from a good dose of political correctness on this island, it's been the Irish. Remember the good old days with the jokes about how stupid we were? And then a memo went around sometime in the 80s where you all went, oh, Jesus, we're not doing jokes about the Irish anymore. And you went, OK, fine. And you just stopped. And thank you very much. A bit overdue, but thanks very much nonetheless. Because we didn't really enjoy that kind of stuff, like, and it's good that we don't get that kind of reputation. Just so you know, there are still plenty of stupid people dotted around Ireland, but you're not allowed to talk about them. So it's kind of... There was a fire engine called out last year because there was a cat stuck up a tree in Limerick. Lads drove out, took the cat down, gave it back to the old woman. She said, lads, will you have a glass of whiskey? This is a completely true story. The lad said, we will, of course, have a glass of whiskey. The other crew are on at the moment. It's fine. So they had the glass of whiskey. They had another glass of whiskey. The whole town came out, had a bit of crack with the fire engine. Life was good. Eventually they said, listen, we better go back now. They waved goodbye to the village. They waved goodbye to the old woman. They got back into the fire engine, drove off, ran over the cat. Completely true story, and you're not allowed to tell it.
Oh my gosh.
I love how he's like, and you're not allowed to tell it. A lot of that, unfortunately, went over my head because I didn't know who these people were. But now I'm assuming Billy Elliot is a kid.
Yeah, I'm guessing so.
After that.
I think it's a musical about a kid that can dance. I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of dancing in musicals. I'm not sure. I want to say that Tom Holland actually performed, maybe not as a title character, but I think that was like his first role.
Oh, cute.
On, Broadway or England's equivalent to Broadway. England not able to tell dumb jokes about Ireland. I didn't know that was a thing. I didn't know it was one of those things where it's like, we got to stop. Told England have largely become outdated and viewed as offensive stereotypes that flourished when Irish laborers were commonly stereotyped as... I mean, I understand...
He didn't actually send a memo. It's just...
No, I didn't think that, but I'm curious, like... There's a lot of stereotypes out there, right?
Yes.
And a lot of them can be very, very offensive. I didn't know there was like a whole thing where it's like, we're going to stop saying this. Because when you're talking about like stupid people... Like, all of us act stupid from time to time. I don't know. I'm not going to get too into it, but I just didn't realize that was a thing.
I just know more or less from reading a lot of historical fiction is, the Irish were like very down upon. They were the poor men's country.
Right.
Made fun of a lot. Like, ugh, what are these people? But they have the best accents. They're so nice.
Yeah, Will
you take me to Ireland this summer?
I guess I'm just like... This is gonna sound really, really naive, but again, I think stereotypes are rarely ever true, right? And I'm not saying that we should make fun of the Irish for being down. I'm not saying that at all, but I'm just saying like stereotypes shouldn't be taken that seriously. That's all I'm trying to say, right?
Until it's about you, and then people get offended, like about themselves, and they get mad.
Yeah, but I mean, now the stereotype is Americans are stupid. Ain't no memo going out about that.
Fat and stupid.
Oh, well.
Fat and stupid. Which, do we have fat people? Absolutely. Do we have stupid people? Absolutely. And are the stupid people, unfortunately, some of the loudest people? Absolutely. When we went to England and stuff, we were very quiet on our trip. Were there other people that were loud? There were British and Americans that were loud, like that we could hear on the train and stuff. But, yes. It's not everybody.
I am glad.
See, now I'm all like, rawr. I wasn't trying to be rawr. I was just trying to explain.
She's always that. I mean, I'm glad that they aren't getting made fun of. Nobody wants to, like, desegregate a certain group of people or a minority or a whole group of people from a different country that are, immigrants to your country just because they're that thing, so.
You also never answered the question I asked, will you take me to Ireland this summer?
And so, we already got our vacation plans set, and it's not that. We hope you enjoyed our reaction to this. I enjoyed his little story there and his jokes, and maybe a little too far on the Billy Elliot thing, but again, I guess I have a hard time understanding, like, okay, jokes are jokes. Like he was saying, I couldn't take that stance. Don't take it too seriously. Now you gotta take things seriously. Because I feel like jokes, whether it's the words that are used, like the slurs, the terms, all that kind of, like there's like no rules, right? So I guess I'm just a little surprised when there are rules out there.
Well,
but I'm glad no one's getting made fun of.
Talking about an adult man and a child, I think that's
No, yes.
where
I didn't know it was a child either.
Went too far. I'm assuming it's a child.
Yeah.
That's definitely where, and you know, there
That's a
are
good
those
point.
stereotypes where it's like, okay, listen.
Yes, that
you can joke around, but
right.
this went too far.
Yeah, I forgot he even brought that up. But yes.
Yeah.
That part, absolutely no correlation whatsoever. I get it now. Brain's working.
Hey.
Tell Americans. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks so much for watching, and until next time.
Goodbye.